losses.
Abadi Abadai.
Yeah.
Let's see
It ain't looking too good for them, I believe, at the moment. And if they were to lose this, to get 2-0 in this series, we're talking like disaster levels here for EG. Like seriously thinking things like, oh God, are we going to make it out of groups?
Yeah, it's kind of insane because Infamous was able to take one of those games off of Navi earlier.
Yep.
The plus side though is that if there is a solution,
Win.
yes,
Yeah,
that
your
was
fate
the
is in
solution.
your hands. You know, there's no like, oh well, we need Liquid to win a game and we need them to draw. It's like no,
Just win,
just
baby.
win. Buy dust, lol.
Yeah.
Win Dota.
Well, because that's the thing, right? Is that even if there's like 1-1s, if you're able to 2-0 somebody, that at least puts you like closer to a position where you're actually have fate in your own hands. If they're able to win out at this point, I'm sure everything would be fine. In terms of what the group stage is actually looking like right now in Group B, EG is 0-1-2, which means that they are 1 win, 5 losses.
Could you show me some of their games, your magical device? This device is so incredible. It seems to be able to access internet pages.
I know.
That is really cool. I was wondering if they had been picking the IO. Was my thought because I haven't gotten to see many of their games, and
turns out that I can't tell you that.
No, you can't. Okay, you don't have the magical powers. Well, we'll find out.
Yes.
It's hard to come by this information in the land where we reside at the moment, as we are casting so many games, and then certain sites don't work, of course.
Now,
so,
if there is one
buddies.
plus side to this, it's that now EG is at the bottom of the group because they've played one extra series than all the other people that are at 1 point right now. But one of the other people that's at 1 point is RNG. RNG also have not won a series. They won 1 game earlier on in the group stage. But if you're able to 2-0 them here for EG, that puts you firmly out of like harm's way, at least in terms of being at the very, very bottom of the group. But if they get 2-0'd here by RNG, hypothetically, they could get just like knocked out in the group stages like you're talking about.
Well, for now, they're going to start with a lovely hero here, the Leshrac, an icon of the International.
Right.
Had his big year, in fact. Well, the same year EG won.
That's true.
That was Leshrac's big moment there, of course, being the best hero in Dota at the time. And we'll see if, well, perhaps that magic will come back, as he does have the matching colors, which I'm sure helps.
We did just have now an Ogre Magi in the last game that did not look amazing. Who's playing it?
Fifth Ogre in a row?
I think so.
We had DY twice. Then we had AU and then Cuckoo. Yeah, we've had Ogre every single game, as I guess to be expected. And speaking of which, Chen is not banned. I thought this was the hot guy, but there it is. This is what I love. I don't like the Omni versus the Mirana. I love the Abba. I think Abba is a very good 5. I think Fly loves playing saving supports in the first place. He's one of the best ones at it, just like Solo's so good with those nightmares. Fly just historically... Dazzle being probably his best right alongside the Phoenix, which also kind of has some saving mechanisms there in terms of like the timing on the egg as well as the Sunray. So very comfortable with this if I'm EG because I have an Aphotic Shield for my Leshrac now too.
Yeah, and I mean, just again to harken back to it, it's just you take off that super long duration stun from Mirana with the Aphotic Shield from Abba. As far as a laning support, also he helps to enable some of those harder farmer heroes that Arteezy has, which we've
spec
seen.
and whatnot.
Yeah. So that could be something that comes about with that. Be very surprised if it was a switch up to an S4 ABBA.
Yeah, not expecting that. I think the S4 Leshrac and the Sumail Leshrac are the two things they're working with here as they're heading in towards like that 9th pick. Is just deciding which one's going to look better by the time they get there.
This EG roster has gone through a lot of changes. It feels like they play a little bit of everything. Everybody does different types of stuff. But I remember last year when EG got 3rd at TI, it felt like the strength of that lineup, and you and I talked about this a lot, was picking really hard team fighters out of their 2 supports. It was like the Fly Phoenix and, you know, the Crit Shaker.
Yeah.
That was like the iconic combinations. And it feels like they've departed from that. And now it's much more emphasis on all of the damage coming from like Arteezy or Sumail. It's like a different style of play.
Yeah, and now team fighters, of course, RNG are going to be taking the ET, which in terms of like the 5, or at least that's how he's played, is a position 5. He used to be more of a 4, but these days, especially in China, they love him as a 5 role. It's hard to beat him as team fight. There's not a lot, like team fight from position 5 is like Winter Wyvern. In terms of like game-winning team fight kind of stuff where you just have like so much control over a team fight. Disruptor you can kind of argue too, but ET is just like big stuff. You can hit like 4 or 5 man. 3, even 3 is like a minimum of kind of like almost expected, right? If it's going to be a decent stomp.
And oftentimes that's because you can like sort of you don't always have to start the fight like that, but
Yeah.
if you do start the fight like that, it also can be a zone control type of thing. And EG gonna go for the Ice
Oh,
Princess.
they're spotting the lack of control here. They need a Rasta. Okay, they need a Rasta or a Lion or something, but they already have their supports, so they got the Void to counter the potential Storm pick. Because whenever
Yeah.
you see Crystal Maiden and you see EG, you think they're gonna pick a Sumail Storm Spirit, and now you just say like, dude, are you gonna get chronoed? And he's like, nah, guys, I'm not gonna get chronoed. Because they banned the Ember themselves.
Yeah. So taking out one of those heroes that can sometimes lock him down.
I really hope they don't just pick Omni here and make this a Leshrac Sumail. I'm not into that. But I almost feel like that's what they're about to do.
I mean, what do they need out of their draft? It feels like these heroes. I don't know. They're kind of weird together. Abaddon and CM kind of feel a little strange to me.
CM can play very aggressively, especially in the off lane. Like,
Okay.
she kind of has a lead in stun, although you don't really want Frostbite that early because you tend to want like your Crystal Nova and your Aura to start. You can still lead things off into with the Leshrac, so even Crystal Nova is probably enough for a split earth though on most heroes. What are they doing? Taking the Lifestealer. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. Because, like, the thing to me is that a lot of the drafts that we've seen winning, either A, they, like, double down on team fight, like RNG have here. You've got crazy amounts of it. The other way that you sometimes see a lot of the teams that are winning play is they'll go for, like, everything empowering this one big core. And that feels like what EG kind of need to go for last year, but their heroes, the main way that they do that is ABBA keeping somebody alive.
Well, they really like Lifestealer for EG. I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of RTZ's like big heroes. But this is all about the telegraphed stuns that they have for both the Mirana and the ET. In most situations, you have a chance to make that move before getting hit by the arrow or hit by the stomp. So they're bringing that out here with the Lifestealer and just trying to say, like, if you don't chrono him, there's no way you're locking down this Lifestealer, and hopefully he'll survive the chrono. Plus, he has the Feast versus the ET and the Ogre,
Right.
so it's difficult to pressure him in the laning stage.
Okay.
They banned the crit hero here, so they were thinking it could be the S4 ABBA, and they just don't want to deal with that Dark Willow, because Dark Willow is a pretty good counter to the Faceless Void with the Fear. Core heroes that are good at countering Faceless Void. We talked about the Omni being a thing. If this was S4,
They could go like Pudge maybe. Hook him out of the chrono.
that would be pretty wild.
I would love it.
Yeah. All you do is tank it. Well, I guess if you get ulted, it doesn't work. But the question is this a Sumail hero, or is this an S4 hero, or as they pointed out, this could even be a crit hero? There is a lot of flexibility here.
Well, and it's sort of weird too because now it's like, what is it that EG really need left? Because it feels like they don't really have a way to team fight RNG, and maybe they need to like go pick off.
They need burst damage and stun, so like an Earthshaker would be kind of nice.
Maybe they just try and like own in the laning stage and just like run him down, play super high tempo. That feels like it's maybe the best route. You think the Earthshaker though? You're saying?
Yeah, Earthshaker. They could pick like DP and put it mid. They're gonna ban the Razor, so like DK or something perhaps too. If they're just thinking like stun and some additional damage, that's definitely playable.
I like that idea.
It looks like that's an S4 Leshrac then, I think, because picking that to me at least. But are they really gonna have crit CM? That sounds kind of not crit.
The thing I'm also worried about in EG's lineup is they really don't have that much lockdown. Like, I don't know.
The thing is that the Razor would have been really good. Usually Razor is like so much about the matchups.
Right.
But if they chrono the Lifestealer and then even they don't kill him, if you just drain him the whole chrono, then his fight's over anyway.
Mm.
So maybe this is indeed going to be some sort of a crit hero.
Kunkka. Still a lot of ways it could go.
Is it?
Like it could be a crit Kunkka.
It could be, and then like the ABBA.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's going to be ABBA Lifestealer together, and it'll be the Fly ABBA, and then we'll have crit on the CM, and then S4 on the Leshrac, and Sumail on the Kunkka, I think.
OD is already banned. There aren't really that many other heroes that super hard counter Kunkka.
Or wait, sorry, it'll be S4. It's going to be S4 on the Kunkka, and it's going to be Sumail on the Leshrac. My mistake. I'm pretty sure. That almost seems more like. I guess it depends, right? Depends on what this mid hero is for RNG.
Yeah.
That might change their mind.
That's kind of a cool little draft dynamic that they have too. The ability to swap things up there.
So ranged hero, lots of damage, and a chrono. Lena looks okay in this game, but not BKB piercing versus the life stealer, but does work well with the chronosphere. The OD's already banned out.
What about Tinker?
Tinker with the ET spirit.
Yeah.
that used to be the gross thing.
Yeah.
I don't think Tinker though.
No.
Let's not get too crazy here.
Okay.
We just need someone who can to play around with, like, they have a lot of aggressive heroes right now.
Right.
So someone else who can abuse the bloodlust. They could Medusa. Nah, Medusa Void is that's really
It's kind
slow.
of cool against the life stealer though.
Yeah, but it's so slow. Don't like that.
They got crazy high ground defense. I like the Deuce.
I think I like a Lena or something. I think
Lena's banned.
Oh wait, what?
First phase.
Oh,
It's out of
my
it.
mistake. That's interesting. They banned it themselves, eh? Okay. Well, what's my Lena replacement?
I guarantee it's Tinker. Guys, it wasn't Tinker.
It's Queen of Pain. That's my replacement. Okay, Queen's all right. More spell-based damage versus like the nice right click. Okay, so it is. Oh, it's okay. It's crit on the Leshrac. I see. That's interesting. So what does the Lesh do in the laning stage? He doesn't have a stun setup. I guess he plays more with the CM as much as he can, and he can rotate mid with the Kunkka. It would have been weird watching a crit CM. That is true.
This is like, I'm not sure if I really like this draft from EG. I'm curious how they're going to run it. That's the big thing. I think the RNG draft to me makes a lot more sense because it's similar to what a lot of the other teams are doing. But the EG lineup, maybe it's something that just fits them a little bit more. I want to see what this S4 Abaddon does.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, by being core of the Aghanims, right, was what comes to mind to me, because the chrono, that's like a way that you can actually have an impact on people that get chronoed. But the Ags is really weird. Now, before you used to take 50% of the damage, but now it
casts Miscoil.
Yeah, so like whenever an ally takes more than 525 damage within 1600 range, which is pretty huge.
Yeah.
It fires a miscoil at them. So then you need the talent which buffs the miscoil heal at 15, which is fine, rather than 8 armor. I mean, the armor is okay, but
you also
miscoil
need the
is always
AoE
very good.
Miscoil.
The wait, what?
The 25.
Oh, the 25, like later on. Yeah, that's true. Then things get real crazy.
I have seen a couple people take it in pubs and stuff. I don't know how good it is. It feels.
I'm pretty sure
a little bit weird.
Shield Health is one of the best talents at 25.
It's gotten nerfed a lot over the years, though.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be like plus 400 or something. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I mean, TA was the one that always stood out to me as being the absolutely most busted one. Like plus like 4 or 5 instances or something. I don't remember. It was something stupid. It was probably 3, and I'm just exaggerating, but still.
Well, here we go. Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Evil Genius is facing off against Royal Never Give Up. And the wonderful, expressive faces of all of our fine Dota 2 players. It's pretty great.
That's Fly actually saw the future and saw the group stage score.
Oh, no. Oh, S4, that's the most expressive I've seen him.
That is actually the most emotional I've ever seen from S4. Even like that classic clip of them winning TI, I think S4 showed less emotion than that. Oh, of course, crit the hair.
Yeah, unbelievable.
To be expected.
Unbelievable.
Love yourself, says Afu. That's nice.
I like that.
That's good. It was this big. I was out with the boys. I caught a fish.
Setsu's like, be quiet. Setsu, shh.
It's huge.
Oh, Flyby just looks happy. That's a great face. That's a great one. And good old Monet. I have to say, Monet is one of the more interesting Dota players that I've like been around at times. Like I remember when we went to DAC or something, there was like an English talent room that was away from everybody else, and he kept like poking his head around the corner and like looking in at everybody. He's just like a curious little guy. As it looks like we're gonna see Afu get dropped down.
That's your experience.
It was weird. I don't know. It was like
you're just gonna call him out like that at TI.
He was a very like I don't know. I guess he just seems like a very innocent, nice person. He just sort of found a lot of joy in everything. I guess that's the biggest thing I would say about him.
Oh, Monet dug up a whopping 500 battle points. Yo, let's go.
He's dancing
That's how
about
you.
it.
Yeah, I would be too.
He's feeling great.
That's how you start a game right there.
Well, they are going to keep Afu down here. I like that they're putting Afu on a bit of a team fighter out of the position 5 role. I think that's the thing about this RNG team that I'm most concerned about whenever I
you
talked
hate,
about
right?
it.
You hate. You're just like, why is Apu playing 5? I
Yes.
hate this.
It's true,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, he was considered one of the best 4-position heroes in the world. And granted, so is Lanham. But it
Dude,
means
he got flamed so hard when he first when they made that swap. Lana just got flamed like crazy.
yeah, it's true.
Everyone's just like, man, what's this guy doing? How dare he? Afu's been so good over the years. You're washed up, and now they've made TI with him playing 4.
That's right.
Got him, dude. The
Lana
old
was
boy
right.
got it.
That's right. What can you say? And it fits well when you can have him, Afu, still in a playmaker out of position 5 role.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you can enable that, I'm sure that.
Good for the denies, not quite able to get it there. But meanwhile, as we head up towards the top side, S4 playing on the ABBA. Trading hits a little bit, but has been running into some issues. Looks like we're gonna having a good time in the laning stage across all of them. Basically breaking even with Kunkka and Queen of Pain. And Ogre 8-0 last. It's not bad.
Bit of a weird lane up top. It's hard to put that pressure on too, as you're saying, but yeah, mid lane just Queen of Pain versus Kunkka. Kunkka obviously very tanky. He's just gonna build a couple bracers. Smail might have to expend a little bit more on regen, but Seth's just gonna have to be worried about these tiebringers too, and guaranteeing the range. Oh man, got him the alley oop. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Good one by Setsu.
DD Rune down bottom.
Oh, he's already got the bottle too on Lana. Oh, he wanted to come bottle his mid laner. The greed. He doesn't even go and bottle him anyway.
Is that considered greed though? He didn't bottle him because he didn't get the rune.
Well, it was greedy because he tried to. He already had a full bottle.
Ah, that's fair.
So he wanted to go and use the bottle, and then yeah.
But it's greedy to help somebody else now.
Well, it's greedy to try and walk past that rune and think you're gonna come
That's
back
fair
and
enough.
get it after bottling your mid.
That's fair enough.
All right, now no, it's not greedy. Diving the tower. Easy.
Really?
That thing was simple. I mean, they knew that was safe.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's nothing a lifestealer can do in that instance, right?
You need some explanations on English?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's not my
Seems that
first
way.
language.
Explains so much. Finally figured it out.
Meanwhile, Sumail back towards mid here. He's got the level 4, so one of the nice parts about dealing with the harassment of the Queen of Pain is you can just do the XTP play. Heal back up, pick up a couple items, come back
What a
mid.
hero. Yeah, to think that he had this and denies on Tiebringer.
The hero was insane.
Yeah.
It just wasn't fair.
Fly again.
Oh, and Lanham picks up the kill.
Bye, fly. Get it? Says fly by. It's nice. Also,
Please
bye,
stop.
Lanham, though. Thank you.
Please stop.
Give me the solo XP.
Oh, jeez. 2-2. I like it, though. And so far, I'm feeling like so good for Royal Never Give Up. A little concerned about Monet's farm, but I guess that he could go back for some, bigger fighting items, it looks like. I was wondering if he was going to think about going for the Midas, but Monet's always been a little bit more of a fighty type of player.
I think his farm will be fine because they can't kill him.
Yeah.
Like, they can't kill him without a Kunkka rotation. And if he can just keep eyes on him, which should be easy with, like, the mobility of the Queen of Pain. Dude, okay, fly. Not again. Almost got him. But at least he canceled the regen.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Queen left.
Arrow.
Hello?
Connects. Crit. Interrupt. Chase, chase, chase. Lanham. In some trouble.
Dude.
Hiding
Oh,
behind,
he
but he
got
finds
denied.
the kill.
No, he got
Oh,
denied.
excuse me.
He got,
Alright.
okay, he just got ditched so hard by
He
Setsu.
really did.
He's like, you got that kill, right, man? You don't need anything, dude. No, I'm good, I guess. If you don't want it. So, quality rotation there. From Crit, not going to cost him anything. S4, of course, not really in trouble up there. You got Afu way too low to contest.
And Setsu now gonna drop. Crit with the rotation helps to secure the kill with
Oh,
Sumail.
yeah. High five.
Mm.
That's what they need. More of that.
Oh, flyby. Oh, he's trying to get there. He's trying to body block. Oh, he did it. Flyby got the rune. What a player. Arteezy couldn't fly by him. And now the walk away. Ogre. Still going to be fine. Can head back to the shrine if he wants to.
Oh, now S4. I think I cursed him when I said things were easy up there, but nope. No, he's good. Big save by Crit. Crit having a great game so far on the support last track. Hard to really have a good impact unless you're just like constantly coming to places where there's setup stuns. But he's freehanding them.
Arteezy going to clean up now on the Ogre. Very well played. And Fly, let him know how he feels about it. I mean, right now, EG are kind of doing a good job in the lanes. Sumail walked forward and not back. And we'll be able to get the XTP.
Takes a bow.
To the shrine, actually. Interesting. Couldn't he have just gone home? Am I crazy?
It heals you up faster.
Okay.
You get more.
Oh, Monet feeling the pressure now. On the top side there. We don't have any points in the Diabolic Edict. An arrow is going to connect onto Fly, and Lanham thinking about the chase.
Interesting game for Fly now. He's still, well, after this he'll be 1-4-4.
Yeah.
Well, you know, perhaps
Assuming.
selling him too short. All right, here we go. The 50-50.
He got eyes on him. He saw him for a second there.
No, did he?
I think he did. He has an arrow. Arrow available. Still chasing. Where's he at? Dude, if Lanham follows him this whole way. All right, now he doesn't know.
He's going to shoot right here. Oh, no, I thought he would. Yo, who is this guy? This toxic Fly. I thought this guy was nice. He's like all chatting. He's tipping. What? Fly's a new man.
Apparently.
He's done. He's like, I want an Aegis.
That's right. Dude, he needs to make it happen. It's you got to do something to raise the spirits here.
On my list of guys that would be like tipping and doing this stuff, Fly is extremely low. The only
That's
person
true.
lower is probably S4.
That's literally what I was about to say. S4 is the one that, if he starts doing it, we know that a change has come.
Yeah. You know, that's how you know someone's smurfing.
Get a little bit aggro, potentially with Monet's level 6 now. Abba, not quite level 6 himself, but the rotation may be in for Setsu here. They
So
do
close to
have
level
CM.
7.
They need a little bit of a head there, and the X, the Torrent, the boat coming in afterwards, finding themselves Setsu. That's the power of Kunkka.
And that really hurts when we talk about these faces void rotations. How like last game Mickey had the triple kill out of a rotation top almost. You got a double and nearly a third one. But Monet now TP's in, can't find the chrono, has to send another one out from his stash. That's the depressing void start.
Well, in the meantime, is he going to rotate over, find a Hastern actually? Are they going to try and do some fighting up top lane here? Monet still has that Chronosphere available if he wants to use it.
Yeah, they can just go after Alpha instead, I think. But oh, no, not able to connect the Crystal Nova in the follow-up after.
Okay. Well, that's fine, it looks like then.
A lot of them's TPing up top now, too.
Kind of a weird pace to this game. Like, there's just nobody sitting mid. Quap is going to go back there. Normally, that'd be the hero that you would expect to see rotations from. Like, Kunkka took a lot of damage and has to walk back to base now. And Monet doesn't want to get silenced there. Still going to be fine. But yeah, very slow game so far, but it's all to the tune of a 2,000 gold lead for EG.
I think because Sumail is the one who has to make things happen. So if he's not making moves across the map, there's really not a whole lot that EG can set up, and they're happy with Lifesteal just fine. But again, the basically guaranteed kill here once more, the Queen of Pain.
Like, it's kind of crazy to me that they just can keep doing that.
Well, if you get X, you're just dead.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is like that the Quap, I guess normally this would be the time with Sonic Wave, with Chronosphere, that you would want to try and make a rotation and find a kill.
Yes.
And she just keeps coming back mid and dying.
That I would not mind seeing. I'll give you that one. And now you have a Faceless Void who keeps getting run down, and he can't time walk because it's just all this damage over time. And now he's TPing to the bottom shrine just to try and get something. And they're, all right, this is the play. They're going to smoke. I think they're going to smoke at least. They're definitely going to go for a chrono on RTZ.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're getting this kill. They need a lot. They need everybody.
It's not easy. Not easy in the least bit. RTZ, Rage.
Yeah, he sees the damage from that, and he's like, oh, that's a level 3 dagger? Okay. Now he's just going to go mid. So he reads the fact that the chrono's coming. He just gets out. They'll sacrifice the bottom 2 bounties. They're fine with that.
No.
And they get the rune, too. A regen here. Anybody need it here? Not really. Kunkka, Smell probably take that mana and be happy about it.
Rotation coming mid.
Oh my. Yeah, that's quite the ancient stack there. Thank you, Pimp.
Fourth follow-up. S4, Photic Shield, still fine. Like, Monet and Quap are down bottom. Like, Setsu, it feels like they want to take this fight with RNG, but neither of the cores that can fight were there. And now EG just back out again. Moonlight Shadow to no avail. Setsu. Spot
S4.
S4. I mean, they're
Just
fine.
hanging.
He doesn't have ulti right now, but takes it at this moment. Walks forward for flyby. They have the boat, pulls it back in, finds the catch, doesn't need to go for the kill. RTZ walks forward for flyby. Managed to find that stun, the follow-up come in as the rage is out, and looks like they will kill off the Ogre. RTZ just backs out afterwards, and now they have an X also onto the Elder Titan.
Monet's
Ichi
showing on
just
the
walking
wave.
in. What is going on?
Monet's showing.
What?
He's just punching the creep wave.
Down bottom.
Yeah, so, I mean, as long as he's visible, then no cares.
Oh god, if he dies here, there's no way, right?
No, there's no way. Does get scared by the bark of Fly and his dog.
Well.
Yeah, that was not very good for RNG. They've been sending out 2 kills for a long time.
What are they doing?
And they just keep on stacking up there for
the catapult
EG.
alive. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just hanging it up there. But now they've got 2 heroes that aren't scary, with Crystal Maiden and Abba.
Monet has taken so much damage from this tower. They're going to try and find this kill on Abaddon, but he is fine. And now Monet, because he took so much damage from the tower, just dies to the boat from Sumail. Sometimes the catapult's not worth it. And they're walking forward for more. The big, giant stun. My god, it's huge. Sonic Wave out, takes down S4, but it might come at a cost as Afu 2 will go down. RNG are losing them all. What in the heck is going on, Trent?
Nice dodge by Sumail there. He sees the arrow coming back. Only way that maybe he could find his way out of that one with the leap, but
EG just played that easily. They did everything they needed to.
yeah, I'll take a 5 for 1, I think, on my Abba. I was like, man, you know what'd be great if they just like went on Abba and then we rotated in and just killed them all. It's like the one hero that things are not gonna look good for you on. And have we chronoed? Has he chronoed yet? Am I crazy? I don't remember a chrono.
We did just see a Chronos last game, but
I know, our mind a little bit confused there. Man, look at that damage from the ulti this early from the Leshrac too. That's a support Lesh BT dubs, folks.
that hero's crazy. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if you've gotten decent levels on your Lesh, yeah, and you can see here Monet starting the fight at already half HP, and then at that point, well, actually, this is even before that. This is even before the fight really even started.
Yeah, this Stomp is just like, oh, okay, we got him. And it all comes out, and yeah, that's, I mean, Monet just like, oh no, oh, tiebreaker, oh, I'm just dead.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so back in the game here, they just did the Ancient stack that you guys saw earlier there. Well, they're just finishing it up, actually. And lots of gold now, as the Halberd will be finished up here for Sumail now. Oh, 2 Black Dragons left here, too. Oh, this was a juicy stack. It was all Prowlers and Black Dragons. That is the maximum value stack.
Yeah, that's very good.
All right, there you go. Ogre, you do get the bonus attack speed on yourself. So the self Bloodlust and the tower punching, always good.
Didn't quite get the last hit on any of the RNG heroes, but that's fine.
Come on, guys.
These things happen. 6,000 gold lead. Smoke up coming now from EG. As it looks like they want to fight. Down bottom, who do they find? Fly. Running in. They've got Crit here as well. And Lanham in some trouble, although they do have the Stomp afterwards. It's not going to be enough to save a life. Now Fly chasing down Afu, but he's a little bit too quick, it seems. Because I think they also got the D ward here. As they do have vision of that Observer ward. Sumail finishes that one off too. I don't know, it's just, it seems very strange, right?
Dude,
like
it's a 7K lead at 14 minutes.
I don't know what's happening, because like Void is going for this kind of stay alive build, but also sort of farm, I guess. I don't know, it feels like you pick that with Quap and you want to kind of get aggressive, right? These things happen.
It's just one of these games where everything went wrong.
Yeah.
You lost like pretty much all 3 lanes, right? Because they had the double or 3 kills or something in a row on the Queen of Pain. She's now 0-4-1. Her game's just done. And then Leshrac is one of the best snowballing supports. It's like a Jakiro, where when you're ahead, you just take over the entire game by just forcing towers and brute forcing down all the farm space, and that creates fights. When the enemy team doesn't want to fight, because they're like, man, we're already losing. Like we can't really engage them guys. Like, yeah, but they're taking out our tier 1s, then we'll just definitely lose.
Fly, Aphotic Shield, walks away. Won't be able to get that kill. So, bounty runes, Monet picks up 2 up on the top side. EG able to secure the other ones. But as you said, 7,000, now 6,000 gold lead at 15-minute mark, and it is a significant lead, 88% win probability.
That's fair, I think.
Yeah.
Once you have that Radiance, then that's when EG are just going to start going full out there. Sumail, even just seeing the way this game's going, is going for a heart. Saying I got no concerns in this one. I just want, if I live through Chrono, game is easy. And it's very likely when you have evasion, a potential disarm, and a heart. Sumail gets stunned up here. I don't even know if that's good.
I think that means they just take the tier 2.
Yeah, it's,
No,
it's
maybe
tempting,
not.
but they're gonna respect it.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
Not worth fighting without the Radiance, really.
DD, Queen of Pain.
It's also a real worthless tower when you can just defend top instead.
Right. She was holding on to that tower for a little bit until she saw the TP rotations come in. So top net worths right now, Sumail and Arteezy holding on to
There's
those
a lot
spots.
of drawing on this map here, guys. All right, relax.
Yes.
Scribbling all over the place.
Really want to make a move here.
Here it comes.
Got to get something done. And this is going to be the first time that we've really seen the big combo come out. And Arteezy going to get caught there.
Got the rage off first, though.
Yeah, Monet not really doing all that much damage. Arrow goes out, not going to connect. Oh, that feels real bad.
Dude, the max rage. So good in that moment.
Unbelievable.
Being able to outlast the Chrono like that, that is really painful. That means no follow-up stuns.
Yeah.
It's just useless. The Chrono does nothing if you get the rage off like that.
Good recognition there by EG to have the Sentry Ward down early, so they were able to see the movement in.
Minus stun for Flyby. There you go. We saw how much this accelerated Cuckoo before on the Ogre.
That's true. Yeah. That's going to be what they have to sort of hang their hat on at this one.
I think S4 just got the medallion, though. Yeah, I really like this. Just go Vlad Solar Crest, I think, on S4 this game.
Okay.
Just Solar Crest the Life Stealer, and then easily get Roche, so they can do it at any point now.
Oh, they got Setsu. They got him caught. Tries to blink away. Not going to get that timing right, and Setsu is going to drop. Unfortunate thing about that is, had he not blinked, he might have been able to get out of there. Although he didn't throw the Torn afterwards, so yeah.
Oh, missed the high five, RTC. Sorry, buddy. You're getting left hanging. Always depressing. I like how it's a hand of minus, though.
Seems like it fits.
Okay, Sumail just pinged him.
Yeah, this is what you expect to see from the Kunkka.
Yeah, that's all just like lane damage, pretty much. You know, those
Yeah.
tiebreakers. That's just like constant harass onto like the enemy hero over and over.
But it does show, like, the
Yeah.
Void hasn't really been able to do all that much in this game. Granted, it's not the
Wait,
point
what about
in
that
time.
87 magical damage, dude?
Sorry, my bad. He had a bash or two.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is that, like 2 bashes or something? I mean, it's odd. 87? He's got the Maelstrom now. He's ready.
Let's see it.
Oh, it doesn't count for the time
Bash.
lock, I guess.
Okay.
There you go. The Maelstrom.
Well, you know what might count as a Radiance, and that's coming out right now for
That's
Arteezy.
magic damage, and they're smoked up.
Well, he did get slept. Don't worry. Nobody saw. Everything is fine.
Guys, the creeps are on fire. Something's happening.
So Arteezy holds on to this, while EG holds on to the high ground. And the question becomes at this point, how do you sort of try and close out this game if you're EG? Do you need to try and really put the pressure on? Are you worried at all about Void in the late game?
Bad Chronos, and then just Aegis.
Okay.
Yep.
Just controlling more parts of the map, I guess. 7,000 gold lead at that 19-minute mark. Looks like, as has been the trend, more medallions picked up as the Ogre decides to go for one as well. And more armor, more survivability, but EG looking to try and move into the pit now.
Yep. Easy Roche.
It's unfortunate, because with the RNG team, you'd think you'd be able to delay this out a little bit more, with like T and Void, but just because of the way that EG are controlling the map, RNG weren't really in a position to come and defend against it.
Oh, look what they tried to do, though. They went for this play. This did work.
Okay, that works. They got him caught, and is going to find the kill onto the Kunkka.
That was pretty big brain. They're like, all right, they finished the Roche. They're going to try and come bottom.
Fly, doing a ton of damage with his ultimate. It's going to be worn off eventually. Crit will find the kill onto Setsu. He dies in the end. You trade that 4 for the 2 every day of the week. And the final tally does end up being with Sumail going down 2 for 1.
And the worst part is that Queen got the kill after she died, so the XP wasn't... I think everyone else was also too far away when the last track died.
Yeah.
Because it's just a flat 491 for everyone. Well, that's frustrating.
It's very annoying.
Should get a lot of gold though. He had a 3x kill streak.
That's a nice chunk of the way towards her BKB.
That was a huge kill for RNG though. Definitely cannot be underestimated. Like seriously, getting that Kunkka, and now it's only a 5k lead. That's after they just did Roche, and they have a pretty big tower advantage on the side of EG as well.
So what were they seeing that let them think to go down bottom to the
So
shrine?
they saw it was 20 minutes first off for the bounty runes,
Right.
and then the first thing that someone's going to do when you get the Aegis like that, they're gonna look at the clock because they're writing the time down. They're gonna go, oh, it's bounties, or they might have known it was bounties anyway. But the second you finish Roche, it gives away the fact that you're all in the pit. So oftentimes you split and you go somewhere else. So someone was coming down for that bounty rune.
Okay.
Right. And so they start pinging and everything, and they might have seen the TP. I'm not sure. I didn't see the wards or anything, but that's why you just like start going high ground with the faces spoiled like that. Speaking of high ground, EG are there.
Yeah, they're taking it down. TZ's Rage is about to wear off, but they have a Photic Shield afterwards if things get a little bit too testy. And Setsu, lots of damage out onto that Queen of Pain. TZ wants to rip into this, and he's doing a good job of it, in fact. Another round of the Fire Blast to sleep there onto 2. In some trouble. Lanham tries to get the kill, but no, the Rage gets off. Last second Earth Splitter, they burn through the Aegis. Tier 3 tower not taken.
Oh, the Yule setup though from Crit.
Up there into the counter Yules afterwards. Another sleep with the Aphotic Shield, keeping him fine and dandy. Another round of stuns out from Flyby, trying to keep this Tier 3 tower alive if at all possible. Fly manages to pick up that kill in the end. The blink away comes and they buy back on the Ogre, looking for the Chrono. Connects onto both of them. Is it going to be enough damage? So S4 is there with the Aphotic Shield, but they've got the catch, they've got the jump in. That's going to be a Life Sealer dead, and now also Sumail in some trouble. RNG are making it happen. S4 chased, Crit is away, but they are going to lose all 3 of their cores. It's a deny onto S4, but it's the most Pyrrhic of victories. Is RG punished?
Yep. EG just like way. I don't know. It was like it kind of looked weird because like, wow, this is a very aggressive attempt. Like going this early for tier 3s and barracks is very unusual right now, even when you have that first Aegis. And then RNG did a really good job of just clearing the creeps out. So that meant that like RTC's tanking the tower, taking all this damage, and you could see that Crit was stuck on the side. So the blink back there, I thought was a problem from Setsu because he retreated while their Ogre just died.
Right.
But then they were able to come with that very nice Chrono there from Monet.
Very well done. And they wanted to try and get the Aphotic Shield early, which means they didn't have it afterwards to try and save the Life Stealer. Other thing that just, it feels real, real bad. You look at that bottom tier 3 tower right now, and it is sitting on 4 HP. Ugh. Like, that's one of those, too, that you might even just think about, like, running somebody up there to try and get the last hit, but because you haven't done that, like, these shrines are still available for a little while. It's like, it becomes a bait. Yeah.
That's a you need the Lycan Wolf or something. You know, I'm not going for that dude. Although it looks like EG might be.
Dude, this is such a bait. Oh my god.
They're taking him behind just to see if they're scouting out for Sumail.
They don't have Chrono for another 30 seconds. But it looks like they are going to lose Afu here.
Are they though? I don't think he dies. He's totally fine.
Oh. Fly? Cancel? Oh, they couldn't get it.
Yeah, the Moonlight come back in.
Alright, so EG gonna try and pressure out the lane. I mean, can't they just send somebody up there right now to hit the tower?
You'll die though, like almost guaranteed. And it's hard to get there. Like they don't know if, like if you look at their vision, they don't know if someone's farming in there.
That's fair.
You know, and they don't know who's in between them and that area of the map.
Well,
I see why you have 21 deaths in your offlaner games. Can't they just walk up and kill a tier 3?
I mean,
they have no vision on that side of the map, but can't they just like go kill it?
Isn't it worth it as like
what is wrong with these guys? Well, they're not just gonna be able to walk up to the shrines after.
Oh, they got a man. Land him. Tries to run. Ugh. Leap, 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 leap. But the X.
Oh, he got him.
The X comes out, and they get that kill. Alright, guys, just walk up there.
Why aren't they just walking? Do they not have brains?
You're actually so right.
I know.
That is why I died 21 times every game.
Oh, Sumail tried to get up top for that top bounty rune, but despite them kind of getting that kill and everything, they actually just got 4 bounty runes on the side of RNG. So overall, that favors them.
Look at him go.
Maybe not losing it tier 2 though.
Yes, do it to it.
Got him.
That's the value.
There you go. It happened. And now he's gonna TP out. He's safe.
Crit's so smart. So we got the Lifestealer armlet up and online.
Thinking about a BKB next there. There's your items across the board there. So total BKBs, you can see we got the Queen of Pain, the Faceless Void. So Dire side, the only one's rocking them. I guess the Kunkka, right? Yeah, he's building in towards one, but still pretty far away for Sumail. And that's a 10-seconder for both, right? Oh no, 9 right for Monet.
The one for Setsu I think is really important because, oh, look at this. Smoke, Moonlight, Shadow, RNG. Wanting to chase. They run into Arteezy up front and center. They can't get into range though.
If they get a chrono right now, that means they have everyone. Roche might be responding too.
Chase, Evil Scepter, lift up Monet, looking for the follow-up. It's going to be there. They get him. They got him caught. Sonic Wave out. That's Arteezy dead. Can they find any more now? The arrow and the sleep, it's on the other side of him as well. Sumail, he's still living here. Crit's going to be chased down also.
Arteezy has buyback. Yeah, it's coming.
He's going back in for another round. Rooted for the moment. They've got this Faceless Void under lockdown, but the big stomp coming through.
Oh, just get out.
That's going to secure their retreat.
Beautiful.
And the kill on Setsu makes it a little bit more palatable for EG. But RNG win big there.
He's on the run. He sees him. But there's no one else there. He's going to scare him back. Gives him the open wounds. And Monet out blinking the tree. He's not sure where the rest of EG is.
Saving Private Afu, who is fully encapsulated and will be killed off here, it looks like. So, Afu going down. EG take down 2, but it costs them the buyback from Arteezy.
Yeah, very costly thing to have to expend on.
And Roche not up yet. Still.
I'll be hoping for a bit of a late spawn here. At least a minute, really, for RNG so that everything's back for them. Meanwhile, on the side of EG, they don't have any cooldowns that they're worried about in a game like this. Boat is the only thing they have to play around.
Yeah, of course, RNG need to play around that Sonic Wave.
Split Earth,
Split
the
Earth.
Chrono.
Yeah.
Even the Moonlight Shadow is always very handy to have, of course. All right, what do we got? Oh, geez, that's a long Roche. Almost 3 minutes.
That's a tough one.
So that means that the BKB is probably going to be done for Arteezy. The BKB will be done for Sumail. This is pretty favored, I would say, for EG.
Good job with the Evil Scepter there. Landon able to back away. You know,
He's going for the Aghanims, though. He'll have that done at the very least.
You know something kind of interesting about this? I love the Kunkkas that are starting to build the AC on the hero, and then also they've got that Solar Crest on Abba. So because the damage dealt from Tidebringer is now scaling with the armor against RNG, it's like all this minus armor really amps up that damage that much more. It's pretty cool.
Solid build. Their initiation range is pretty weak this draft, though, because they don't have, like some teams you might see, like a Shadow Blade or a Blink Kunkka, I feel like, in a game like this, when you don't have anyone else who initiates, right? Because you have this offlane Abba instead.
Right.
But they've just been playing so much in a ball that they're not worried about that. So everything is back. That's what we were talking about for RNG. They're going to smoke up once more. 144 left until the Roche. So if they got a fight like instantly right now, by the time it spawned, again, everything will be back up. So
That's
perfect
crazy.
moment for RNG is if they get it all just right now. EG taking the long way back around here by their base.
S4, he's not the target that they want to find, but
that's why he's walking right there.
yeah, and they know. They've got an idea that this is happening. Monet would have to wait for the wraparound from the other heroes. So
Oh, the pings are out from Crit, though, but they put this ward down. Oh, then nice one by Crit, man. Reading that situation perfectly. Arrow and Spirit not going to be able to get a stomp off there now, and that's going to drive back RNG.
It was really well played by Crit.
Yeah, seriously. He knew that they were going to leave something like that down to camp for the smoke. You got to be thinking, like, okay, if I was there, what would I do right now, right? And as support players, you always drop that ward.
And that's the thing, is like, it feels as if they knew that movement was coming the entire time. The scan is going to hit onto the Roche, but obviously Roshan has not respawned yet.
RNG don't know that, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're sending in the Spirit. And now they'll see. Long respawn time. 30-minute mark, bounty runes. 2 of them picked up on the south side by Setsu.
Can you believe this has gone down to under a 1K lead for EG?
That's so crazy.
There was a 7K lead
at 15 minutes.
At 15 minutes this game.
That one high ground push.
And what, 88% win rate or something, right, from total plus? Now down to 52 to 48.
You know, the weird thing about this, though, is that with RNG, like, yes, they have the better team fight in the pit itself, with Chrono, with Elder Titan, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't have their shrine there anymore. EG were able to take that one out. So the buyback game becomes a whole nother kettle of fish.
But there's also no bots on Radiant, so like,
Yeah.
and like the wave clear is okay, but not that great crit. Going for the kill on a lot of them. He has the Aghanim Scepter, but I don't think that HP is gonna be enough here, even with the Yules.
Yeah, they got the X pull back after the Yules as well. But Roche has respawned. Setsu in the meantime trying to push down bottom, get some.
Yeah, this is
push
great. That's a
working.
catapult wave too.
This is huge.
Yep. And Afu, now he's the one being chased after.
Scepter lift up. Do they have any way to stop this? They have Chronosphere, but
Oh, what does Setsu do
they
though?
have buyback. They have buyback.
Just keeps on pushing. He knows. I gotta draw him back.
Yeah, and they're not coming back for it yet, but they're going to take a lot of damage. The scary part is that, oh, Sumail, okay,
Yep.
the XTP play. Now he's back into the pit afterwards. Setsu no longer has the catapult there. It was taken out. So EG already taking down Roche, and it looks like they're just going to have to be content with some damage dealt to the tier 3 tower bottom.
The problem for Sumail is that he had to come back really early because he couldn't risk the fact of going to the max duration, getting Yulesed, and then getting stuck down there by Setsu. So they still got quite a bit of damage on the tower, but yeah, as you pointed out, getting rid of the catapult was the key thing. Now Setsu sticks around though. He didn't just instantly TP out, and now he's going for the kill onto Crit.
Using the Moonlight Shadow for the extra movement speed, and they find Crit, get a bash, get a hit, going to likely find kill. Although S4 is here as well. I don't think you want to take this fight. Very bold, although they do have the Aegis. They still hanging on to that Chronosphere.
Easy just...
What?
Nope. Right, get out.
Oh my god. That was very bold.
Interesting.
I mean, if Monet sees him there, does he just Chrono that?
Yeah. I believe so. I would call that worth, I think, to stop the high ground push. Like, with the waves and the situation they are, it would be really hard for EG to get there with, like, before Chrono was back.
Yeah.
And this guy's terrifying now. He's the top net worth on the Faceless Void. He's got a Mjolnir. He's looking towards an MKB. Oof. No thanks.
And that's the thing, right, is that in the very, very late game scenarios, Faceless Void often feels like the be-all, end-all in terms of carries, that you just take somebody out of the fight.
Yeah, the 6 item, you know, the big guy. It's like Troll and Void. We're always like some of these contested guys just chronoing people. It's just absolutely absurd. What talents did he take? Did he take the attack speed? No, he took the time while cast range came.
Yeah.
So same thing as we had from Mickey last game, all around there, and we'll see if he goes for the AoE. We assume he will. I mean, that thing's just better.
The other thing about the Faceless Void in the patch that we've got nowadays is that you also have that consumable Aghanims, which makes them that much more potent. Like, oftentimes before, like, we would even see sometimes carries take the Ags on Void.
Yeah.
And, you know, even just because of the cooldown reduction, it's too good.
That's going to be really interesting for the next Roche, too, because it's coming fairly early. Not even so much as the just consumable, like the purchase part of it. Is there anyone better on their team? No, we saw that argument before with the Queen of Pain. I think Queen of Pain you probably still give it to Setsu, actually, because of how good it is at pushing out waves.
That's fair.
All right, back they come. Similar situation here now.
Good TP away by Afu, but the Yule Scepter is going to turn that back around. They have the
arrow
Chronosphere available if they want to use it. Jump forward, connects onto all of them. Great play coming in from Monet, but can they bring them down in time? The BKB means that Crit actually won't go down. They got the GG boots off. Setsu throws out the Sonic Wave. It's still not enough. Crit dropping super low, but everybody from EG is still left alive. Setsu has to blink away, and Arteezy lives. Crit lives. Everybody's living.
Yeah, not the chrono
buff.
there.
The boat buff.
The last thing, oh man, that's one of those things where you're just like, that's on me, guys, is Afu, right? Like, everything went wrong because of that. You had Queen of Pain blinking into the chrono. The chrono comes in, just trying to save Afu. Oof. And you need ET for that high ground defense, too.
Crit.
What a disaster.
Brings back the salves, and they've got the capability to keep this push going.
I mean, they got Aegis and Cheese.
Aegis Cheese, they can XTP to get back home. All the waves are pushing in. EG making it happen right here. Monet, long time until Chronosphere is back up again.
Man, look at Arteezy attacks with the Solar Crest.
The mass pings can feel the frustration right now. But I'm not sure if EG are really gonna need to leave. I think they can just hang out here for a while.
You know what's crazy? With Ags, he would have headed back by now.
Yeah.
He would have headed 20 seconds ago. That Ags is wild.
Arrow as they leave. I wasn't quite able to get that. That would have been a really cool play. But Lan, I'm not able to make it happen.
Still just a 1K lead despite just taking a barracks for EG and taking these Roche fights. A lot of that.
It's like everything.
I guess like the Mirana network. I mean, it's not that high. I guess she's the same as like the offlaner. But crit's also up there too. A lot of the difference is actually in the ogre between the ogre and the Leshrac, or the ogre and the Aberrat. That's like a 3K gap right there.
Right.
And the Queen and the Kunkka. Yeah, they've also, we got lots of things happening here.
There's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good old ogre, double, triple, quad Midas. What you love to see. Max bash right now onto Arteezy, try to bring him back. Aegis not expiring for 15 more seconds. Arrow connects onto S4. That's a decent target.
That's a really scary target.
Also finding crit. This Aegis is about to wear off. Arteezy needs to be really careful. He's only got a couple of seconds left. 8 seconds left on that one. The boat gonna land now on top of crit. The right click's coming through as well. Monet trying to find him, and he will be able to. So crit will die. Can they find Arteezy? No, the Aegis is reclaimed now.
Oh, he's going.
They're looking. Monet wants it. Does he have it?
Dude, he's found him. He's gonna get this chrono.
He's got chrono chase down. Oh, he goes for
Arteezy.
S4. The juke.
Yeah. Good call.
Really well played.
Jeez. That could have been so bad for EG. Oh my god. Whew.
The presence of mind there from Arteezy to realize that it was coming.
Yeah.
And head up towards the north.
Man, the chase potential with that time on cast range.
But now no crit, 30 more seconds. They know the timing on that Aegis. Monet thought he was gonna jump. But there is still creeps inside the base, and the jump forward comes. The Chronosphere, it's gonna be there. It's on to 1, but it's not nearly enough. Arteezy is outside of it. Meanwhile, RNG, they need to just run. They gotta get the heck out of here. Flyby is gonna be the one that's left to the Wolves. But that was not the Chrono.
2 botched chronos in a row here from Aaron. Oh my god, Fly. Oh my. What happened? Who broke this guy? I'm going to have a talk with this young man. I don't know how I feel about this.
What's happening?
I wouldn't even like bat an eye if this was like Sumail.
Yeah, right,
like
exactly.
Fly, I'm just gasping at Fly's tips right now.
Arteezy comes in, takes down the range racks. Monet moving forward. Still 70 seconds until the Chronosphere is back up. But the Arteezy play makes it hard. He took a lot of damage there. The arrow almost connected as well. But they won't quite get him.
Now, can I tell you, if he had the Aghanims, it would be back right now.
Yeah.
And look what he's buying, guys. It's because you need Chrono.
Yes. Chase forward, looking for more. They got him. Crit's already dead.
Speed. He's got a Solar Crest now, too.
Looking for the next round of it. Setsu, they've caught. No, the sleep! It's on to 3! The follow-up, do they have any extra damage, though? It doesn't look like it. Monet, he doesn't have that Chronosphere backup as of yet. Setsu jumps away. The BKB already out, and they're getting the batches. Arteezy trying to run away. They find another round of batches. On to S4, the chase forward, and they've already got the ulti out. Fly on the low ground, going with the ultimate. They're still controlling. Crit is back again. A second round now. Monet waiting up on the high ground. He's in position, but does he has it 25 seconds away? Still not there. And the combo finally is there. Setsu, but the Greaves, it's not enough. And Lanham controlled, lifted up with the Yule Scepter, but it's only going to keep him alive for a second.
I'm seriously worried when he gets Ags, though.
Yes.
Because if he has Chrono, he is wild with this Solar Crest at the moment. The guy is hitting so fast with his Mjolnir, with his MKB. Now there's nothing standing in the way between him and just like intense damage onto someone like Arteezy.
He has enough gold for it, but not with buyback. And Monet can go for it if he wants to, but he has to make sure that he hits it on the X.
I'm commanding my support player right now to go on a mission here. You're dead. I need a courier micro here. Get this thing to the shop. Setsu, most damage in that last fight.
5-5-5-5.
Nice.
Gotten all of it. I mean, that AoE dagger as well.
Yeah.
5 rounds of it for 1,400 damage is pretty insane. Yeah, so Monet going to just go straight in for the Ags.
Yep, just buys it out.
Roche back up in 20 seconds. Very short respawn time after what happened last time around.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so what favors the Radiant? Who do we even give the Ags to? I guess Abba would be the hero. I'm pretty sure. If I was going to pick someone, if I'm EG.
Yeah.
And it's the Ags.
Big moment. It's only a 2,000 gold lead in spite of RNG being down a set of racks and a range racks mid. the scary thing is that now you're getting to this late game scenario where Void becomes so hard to deal with.
Oh, he took the backtrack. He has the Ags? Dude, you just missed a chrono by 125 range. What are you doing?
All right, well, they walk uphill. Maybe you don't need it if they all walk in group together. Jump forward, Chronosphere connecting now onto Arteezy. The follow-up is going to be there in a second. They have the split earth. They're down on top of the Void, but it's not enough. They don't have enough damage.
They got a pistol now, too.
Oh, God, and Setsu needs to blink away. That's going to be Lanham trying to leap out of there, make his escape, and it is going to happen for the moment. S4 finds the kill, though. Takes down Lanham.
Didn't see this one coming, did you? The blinking Ava showing up.
Setsu just going to back away afterwards, but the TP over. Sumail wants to find him. Setsu sitting there farming, gets caught napping, and they're going to take him down as Setsu
Oh, I love Scythe on Kunkka.
gets greedy.
Very nicely done here from EG. A couple of big pickoffs, and now into the Roche pit. And yeah, again, we'll see. I do think S4 is the hero. It just seems really good with the way the Chrono operates. And the other heroes, mostly it's just the other heroes are really bad eggs.
Right.
I've heard the Ghost Ship one is really weird right now. Like, it doesn't seem to be working that well. Like, the drag and everything like that, it sounds like it's kind of broken.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to do the Arteezy eggs, are we? No, S4. Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
So again, just to refresh everybody's memory, when you cast Borrow Time, every single time they take 525 damage, they cast a Miscoil on them.
Now, I kind of hate this eggs, I will say, because I hate the fact that your ulti has to be active.
Okay.
I think that's like one of the worst things.
But-
Like, of all, like, it's in like my bottom like 10.
Right.
But it's
With the
still more
Chrono.
valuable in this game because of Chrono, yes. So it gives him a lot of opportunity that helps him like Arteezy, who's stuck inside. Especially because, man, Arteezy didn't have buyback when he got Chrono, by the way.
That's pretty insane.
That would have been like Roche and everything to RNG, and whew. Just he knew he was too tanky though. Didn't worry about it. Oh, there we come in. 3 heroes.
Jump back on the other side. Monet able to find them all, but it's not enough damage. They got the Borrow Time off. Look at all the heals. They're not doing anything to him at all, but the Sonic Wave isn't enough. No, Sumail eats the cheese, and Monet is going to go down. Hex to the boat. Throw him on down as well, and
Dude.
they find themselves another.
I have flamed this Aghanim so many times and said, unless it was the perfect game, it is so useless. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the absolutely perfect snare. They chrono everyone but the ABBA and just presses ult.
He was in there with it. He passed it.
Everyone.
He cast
Oh,
it.
he did? I thought he was outside of
inside
it.
the Chronosphere.
Easy.
Give him the fleet now as Setsu hoping to make some type of inroads. Top lane is pushing in, but it's not really that big of a deal because right now, Rail Never Give Up are going to lose their tier 3 tower in the top lane.
One of them gets a grab in the back line to kill Fly.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, find something. And Chrono is back in 8 seconds.
EG now defending RNG's high ground. They're the ones that are up there, and Arrow not going to do anything. They deny the melee barracks.
Yeah. Now that's more of a friendly tip, I think.
Yeah. Jump forward, wanted to find it. The Hex, it's not going to be enough though. Monet, BKB pop, going to chrono one, but all the rum buff. He is doing literally nothing to Sumail right now, as EG are too bad, too big, and looking like they're going to take this one. As Setsu up on the high ground, but it's not enough.
Yep,
and
that's it.
GG is called.
That was an exciting game. For only 12 kills, that game was very close throughout most of it, and feeling like RNG had a very serious chance there, and took a lot of fight wins there for EG to eventually take it, especially after that first attempt at going racks and going high grounded. You know, credit to EG, it was earlier than most teams do, and I think it kind of showed why though.
That's true. It was scary. That moment where you just lost Arteezy and then, you know, proceeded to lose the team fight afterwards. All big problems. But in the end, they were able to take it, and a much-needed win for Evil Geniuses. Can't stress that enough.
Yes.
In this group, they need to win both of these games. They got to take it 2-0.
At least one of them. Because getting 2-0 would have been a disaster. That was like the ultimate, like, oh god, we're actually in serious trouble right now. But,
I would say if it still would be really bad if they don't manage to take the next one for their chances. I mean, obviously not like the worst thing in the world, but it's really...
Yeah, I mean, you're still looking at between lower bracket and upper bracket.
Now, the flip side of that, too, is that Royal Never Give Up, they really need this win as well because they're sitting with only 1 point in this group, and it feels like this is one of those ones that's in contention where there's a real chance that they could get knocked out here bottom.
Yeah, depending on how their last matches go here. So a lot riding on this next match for both teams. Very much needed for their group stage standings, and we're only on day number 2. So
it's
scary,
crazy.
scary stuff. But yeah, that's game 1. Game 2 coming up in just a moment.
See you guys then.
So we'll see you then. After. I always go with the finger guns in this situation.
I
know
like
it
that.
seems to work. It's like, ha!
They were expecting
And-
me to do the outro. That's what the problem is
Oh,
here.
okay. Sorry, that's my
So,
bad.
ladies
All right,
and gentlemen,
you do it. Okay.
I'll see you guys in a few for game number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. TI9 continues right now. EG facing off against RNG. And that was a little bit.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
That was a game. That was exciting. That was a faceless void who every chrono was like so important for them, and they hit the big ones when they were defending the high ground the first time, but then they biffed 2 chronos in a row, and suddenly EG were able to get themselves right back into that game, taking over the Roche, controlling all of that, and hey, the Abaddon Aghanim Scepter.
It was
really
amazing.
helped out. I mean,
really
of course,
cool.
they're already still up, but that one last team fight where it's like, okay, this might be our moment. Oh my god, he gets the 3-man chrono on the back line, and it's
point,
like, oh.
It felt like they couldn't fight into it anymore.
Just done.
We do have a draft which you can already hop into, all you fine folks out there. RNG versus EG, and again, Lena first phase ban overall.
How disappointing. She's a little too flexible right now. The position for Lena is very frustrating to play against. If you guys have experienced that one, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where you pair her up with like a Sand King, and then he just stuns into LSA, and she's constantly right-clicking you in the laning stage. She's a very good position for her, and then she's still one of the best mid laners in Dota. So, although we're not seeing a whole lot of her here, there's a good reason why you're seeing her banned so often.
Yeah, and it was I put her in as like what I thought was going to be the most picked, but some people are deciding to first phase ban her. Some people are completely leaving her alone. I think that we're seeing a little bit of a formation of the meta, though. It's still probably going to be a couple of days until things really start to congrew together.
Yeah.
But for instance,
Ogre's
games of Ogre in a row.
Yeah, Ogre's probably going to wind up being most picked at this point, as long as he doesn't like completely fall off.
Right.
The fact that people are still willing to run, that was the big question, is will he still be run as a 5? Because just off lane won't carry you.
No.
Just position 5 almost always winds up being the most picked, like any sort of position 5. But if you can be a 5 and other roles, that's like, that guy's going to be the most picked hero. A Rubik Pan. So protecting things like the Enigma. Also, EG just have good Rubik player in crit.
The Shaker.
Yep. The Void too, right? From Monet, another one that you don't really want to have a Rubik versus you.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, like stealing Chrono, because at least Void can still be inside of it.
Still pretty bad, though.
Yeah, it's not great.
His other 4 teammates aren't too happy about it. And it's hard not to give it away, because you straight up have to waste spells.
Right.
Like, you just have to time dilation, and then you just miss a spell because of that. EG don't want to give up the Leshrac, so I thought that was one of the key reasons why they won. Was having that Leshrac for crit and helping to speed up their game pace by taking those towers.
Well, and you can see that with RNG having first pick this time, that's probably part of the reason why EG are concerned about it. Not wanting to give RNG that same level of just straight up damage out support. That's the thing to me that's crazy about Lesh. He already has like a big enough mana pool that he can just go out and expend everything as long as he has some amount of levels, and he'll just do a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, it's insane how much damage that hero does. And then if you need to, you can just like run back to base.
I wonder if I assume they're just going to give away the Ogre. I don't think they're going to ban Ogre for EG. Well, I guess what else are you going to ban is the question then.
Yeah.
Because Ogre's the one that looms large right now, right? He's like the big hero that you're like, okay, they're going to pick Ogre if we don't ban it right now. Is there something that's like, I guess Chen
Marana
still
would be the other one that's
Marana's a good one.
Interesting.
Ench, okay, so like Chen and Marana, or Chen and Ench rather, we're talking about that. So Ogre, again here for RNG, it can be for Flyby, or it can be for...
Unless they
might
take
take
the
the ET
themselves. Oh yeah, the ET was really solid, I think.
I kind of like the ET here. Oh, no, that's all right, whatever.
We're overthinking it.
I mean, I'm not into the Ogre. Okay, I'm kind of into the Ogre. I'm half into the Ogre. But I put my votes in Wind Ranger. Thanks to Slacks.
Shout out to Slacks.
Yeah, and, well, ET will be going to EG, because this is why, because he's a good hero. You know? That's why I was kind of down for them to take him.
This is the thing that's so interesting, right? Is that it's basically like the same structure of the draft, but now we're reversing teams. And EG, this is a combination that I kind of like. Like, this was what VP were doing earlier, where you've got the damage amplification, now with the gyrocopter, and then in the later stages, if ET can stay alive, you reduce that base armor down and suddenly flags the thing. But set to Ember.
Okay, I don't think we've cast an Ember game.
No.
Have we? I'm pretty sure we haven't.
We've seen a lot of bans of Ember.
Yeah, like second phase bans.
I think that we actually have had one on like a mag. It was like a mag Ember or something.
I don't think so.
Maybe I just watched it.
I think we watched it. I don't think we've cast one yet. I have not seen that many Embers, period. I've seen a couple of games around the group stages, but considering, you know, it's Ember, this guy has been a staple of pro games for the past 2 years, since well at the beginning of like the last year's DPC season. Of course, like Secret being one of the big leading members of that, but now every team has an Ember player. And EG, no strangers to that guy.
I mean, the thing that's sort of interesting about this Ember, though, is you're playing it into what's likely going to be the 4 and the 1 position. So you can still pick some pretty solid routes from EG to keep somebody under control, and then you've got the follow-up of ET, right?
Yep. Oh, it's definitely true. They'll probably ban the OD next as well from RNG, you would think. But yeah, we do have that flexibility still for Sumail to potentially be playing with Gyrocopter, depending on what looks good here for Evil Geniuses.
I think the other thing that's nice about it is that it takes away, to some extent, that gyrocopter mid, because missile, like, Ember doesn't really care about that, right? Just sleight of fist dodge.
I kind of want Fly to play the ET here, but I don't know. I mean, Crit's really good at it. It was his best hero for a while. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, I mean, the Earth Spirit too, but I think before the Earth Spirit, really, it was all about the Crit ET. I think it was his highest win rate for a long time, and it was always first phase ban versus him back on OG.
Yeah, I could see that. The one thing that I would kind of like about it in the hands of Fly would be that you can run it with the gyrocopter together in that safe lane, and that sounds really strong to me. Like Astro into Stomp into missile hitting, and then Rocket Barrage. Like that full combo to me sounds just very, very tight.
The reason why I want it to be a 5 is because I want a Rasta or some sort of a Hex or some sort of really good control. Because getting control out of your position, one, let's say like a Void, right, or
Yeah.
it's hard to do to catch something like that Ember Spirit. And of course, they do ban the OD as expected.
So you think there's going to be a gyro mid then? Is what you're saying?
Well, I don't want it to be. That's why I want it to be an ET 5, so then you
Right.
can have the Gyro
Right.
1, so then you can pick the Shadow Shaman for your 4, so then you
Right.
don't have to, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Because mid heroes too, for like hard lockdown like that, until you get a Scythe, there's not a lot of mid heroes that are like hard lockdown other than like DK.
Yeah.
Puck is
Puck is the
okay, but
one.
Puck is typically a lane loss versus the Ember. He just chains you, even though they don't like chains that much these days. There's nothing you can do as Puck.
Well, RNG now, they're going to...
I'd probably ban Mag if I was EG here, right?
God, yeah. That sounds really good.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
you
don't
could
want.
take,
I
like,
don't
a-
want to deal with Mag Ember.
Or like a Mag PA
Yeah,
afterwards. Just go max damage.
take the Centaur instead. I mean, the only thing is that the Mag is kind of bad versus ET. And you mentioned the Mirana ban there. And so they will wind up getting it here. And that's a lovely hero for, well, actually, Sumail and RTZ both like playing it.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if they'll run it as the support. I feel like it's going to be one of the 3 core players more likely for EG.
Really?
Personally, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on this 4, and I know EG really like the core Miranas, but perhaps they're just too into the meta.
So our TZ Gyro then and like a Sumail Mirana most likely. I think it doesn't strike me as an S4 type of hero. I'm
can
sure that
definitely
he
play it,
I'm sure he
yeah.
could play it, but I feel like it.
I
If it's
I
gonna
have
be
seen
core.
it relatively recently, I would say.
The thing that I would like about it more in the core role is that I think, like you said, they need more lockdown at that position 4. It's not good enough just the Mirana, I don't think. And the other thing is this RNG lineup now is looking even more and more like get BKBs, end the game. And if you take some type of like troll or I don't know, even a jug at this point for RNG, and you just start like walking at buildings with BKBs, how do EG deal with that?
Yeah, Healing Ward's looking really good in a game like this.
10 seconds remaining.
This is the S4 Doom.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay.
That's one way they could do it. I don't know if they still like that hero, but it's really tempting versus Tidehunter and Ember. Okay, we'll go with the Sand King. So guaranteed stun.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be S4's hero, and then we'll indeed have the crit. Well, still probably the crit Mirana, but the core Mirana, I know it's been way more common on support, but when you have the magic amp from the Elder Titan, then that might be a better reason to try and get that Aghanim Scepter a bit faster on the Mirana.
The big thing to me is
And
is
these are
there
no
another-
BKB heroes.
Is there another support that I want to take on EG that really
Rasta.
rests with them?
Rasta.
The other one would be
5
Disruptor.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I do like the Disruptor. I don't know if they want to play it to the 4, though. Well, then it could be Flies.
Exactly. They could
Yeah.
be Fly and then crit Titan.
Disruptor's really good versus Tide, but he's not that good versus Ember, because most Ember players can just use the Remnants to dodge the Glimpse. Oh, yeah. The Doctor. There you go. No, not Disruptor, my other hero. This is my other boy. And the Witch Doctor. So Witch Doctor you tend to pick actually versus Tidehunter a lot of times, but I saw NIP was playing it versus the Sand King, I think, in one of their games earlier today too, just because you put the Maledict on him, you get the Sentry down, you can like bully him out of the Sandstorm and then just keep chasing him.
10 seconds.
It's one of the ways to deal with these tankier guys. Same thing with like the ET too, because ET, when he creates pressure situations in the laning stage, it's because he's just running at you with the other hero, and you can't 1v1 the ET, or you can't like trade back with the ET, so you're forced to run. So when they clump up at you, you just toss the cask and retreat.
Yeah.
You can also just heal up your position 1. You can go like hard carry whenever you pick Witch Doctor too.
The
Like a
thing that
spec
I
or
also
something.
really like about it is that they've already got 2 strength heroes that are hard to deal with on EG. So getting that amped up is nice.
They could have went Morphling Shaker. Good ban from EG there, sniping that one out. Because we saw that earlier versus the Gyro.
Well, they couldn't have gone Morphling Shaker right now.
No. They could have went Morphling Shaker last phase. I mean, they could have went.
Got
They could have
it,
went
got it.
Shaker instead of Tide, and then Morphling,
Right.
and then they could have had the Ogre 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious what these roles are between the Ogre, the Witch Doctor, and the Tide. This might be core Ogre and support Tide. Oh yeah, it definitely is. This is Lonum. This is Lonum Tide Hunter. This is Afu Witch Doctor, and it's Flyby Ogre. I'm pretty sure, because I know Lonum plays the support Tide.
Mhm.
The other thing is, then you need a lot of physical damage. You have the Ember.
I kind of like it more Tide getting a bit more farm so he can stay alive and just anchor smash the Gyro.
I hate to break it to you, that's not how it works.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Why not?
I'm just telling you. That's what they're going to do. I know these guys. Lonum's playing this Tide Hunter.
All
This
right.
is his.
Fair enough.
That's a grand guarantee. I'm so sure.
I believe in you.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, like, you get an Aghanims on this Tide Hunter, you start gushing people, lowering down that armor,
Just put it out of your head.
a sleight of
No
fist.
point. Stop. There's no point.
It's so good, though.
He's not getting there.
I
At
wanna
least not for a
see it.
while.
Please land him. Just play an Ogre.
Heavy physical damage that uses Bloodlust and abuses the maxed out Gush. So
That sounds
early
like a
aggression.
PA to me.
TA?
PA.
Yeah, but what about TA?
And then safe
TA
lane Ember.
versus Gyro Marana? Yeah. So, well, there's the Sand King. I like the I don't know. I'm down with the TA game,
I love
frankly.
that. You're like, yeah.
I like it. I'm into it.
Alright.
They're going to ban the Kunkka.
I think that they just go PA. Ooh.
Well, that's not anything that I was talking about.
You know why?
No.
You know,
False.
you know why.
No.
You know
Dude,
why.
That's Lonum.
You know why.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what's cooking.
Yeah, no, I saw what you were going for, and I'm not. No.
Boom.
All right. EG. How do you stop them? They ban the Kunkka, something with a little bit of control. Try and trap them down. Man, they need. Do you just pick Void?
5 seconds remaining.
Can you work a Void in? Because frankly, you got yourselves an ET, like you got an Ember and an Anti-Mage.
S4
You need some
Void,
kills.
let's go. S4
No,
Void.
no. No, thank you. It would just you could just give Arteezy. And you just have like the only problem with the Void is that they have Ravage and they have
Yeah.
Cask. They have some pretty annoying stuff when you're trying to chrono kill people. I don't think Void's that good, but they need some sort of lockdown. And I don't like Sven, but they might feel pressure to pick the Sven. The other way to do it is that you just say, okay, we gotta play real fast, guys, and you just go like Jug or something. Okay, they take the TA, so that's a different way of playing fast, I suppose. No lockdown, but heavy damage. And just run this game down. What? Oh, damn.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this is like the 4 style.
Whoa.
Witch
4
Doctor.
Witch Doctor.
So
What is that?
Gush. I just Gush Maledict. They're just doing like a kill lane into the Gyro and the ET. The ET just dies to this actually. If he just gets gushed and Maledicted, and you cast him after. I'm so disappointed right now. I love their support type.
Does Monet live in that lane up top against Sand King and Marana?
He's Radiant, so he can play Radiant off lane.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little bit safer.
They try and swappy swap.
If he plays safe, it'll be
Sand King Marana most likely.
they
With
can
The grossest cat ever. Look at that thing. You see that guy?
maybe that's why they're just like it is
'Cause
a
of the
really
cat?
it's an odd one.
Because of
It's
the
a
cat. that's
fishy
why?
cat. I think that's a Nooksy special there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a creepy cat. There's no doubt. It was the water cat for the water TI, you know.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course, of course.
And how else are you gonna do a water cat? They don't have sea cats. They only have sea horses. That's the problem. Of course, it is a mount,
What
so
if they
maybe the
did a
seahorse
horse?
was the way to go.
It's a possibility.
All right, give me these sea cat strats.
Look at it go.
The epic music. Oh, his face. Not its most flattering angle.
I actually do like that set a lot.
Yeah, okay. Keep backtracking. It's
What
cool.
are you talking
Yeah,
about?
dig that hole.
Get out of here, Trent. Can't handle you. You're too much. Much too much.
Will there be a teleport canceled by stun or, by 10 minutes?
I I'm just putting random things in. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, perfect. And the beautiful faces there again. Guys, they have to be this close for Cask. It always works.
Setsu's
I feel like they're going by
quiet now.
faster. They're rushing through them this time.
That's right.
Just jumping through.
So it looks like they want to play up top there. Monet doing his little spins down bottom. Seeing if he can completely carry this one out. So a lot of pressure early on to Arteezy. And it's a Sumail Templar Assassin. Is Fly just going to like try and stack up the jungle constantly for this TA? I feel like he can't afford to do that.
Well, he has to do it for his gyro, so he has to.
But that's the thing, right? Is that if he's like doing that, doesn't Arteezy just get killed?
I think what happens is Arteezy doesn't get killed so much as oh, actually he's playing up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Maybe that'll be Crit's job. While he's just like arrowing some neutrals. He's gonna try and get some farm going at the same time.
Okay.
There's EG balloons down here.
It's like a mosh pit.
Oh, Flyby just wanted a high five. Fly is, yeah, not giving it to him.
Doesn't think he'll be able to make it back in time. The arrow is going to connect. And EG pick up 3. Oh, well done.
Yeah, you're not wrong though. The stacks will not be happening for them. But yeah, got a scared lane. So I think ET just hates this lane a lot.
He's just getting pummeled. Although there is also the rocket barrage. Land him. Where does he decide to go at this point? Like, he's holding on, but he went for the cask first, did not go for Maledict.
There's the high five. They eventually got on flying low.
Yeah. So, things to keep our eyes on. Flyby punishing into Arteezy, just throwing out constant stuns. S4 down bottom, as we can see, is getting laid into by Monet on this anti-mage.
Already out of mana. And has 1 mango. Not looking good.
What's that little noise we keep on hearing?
It's the nunchucks, I think, right? For the does he have the nunchuck set? Yeah, it's the nunchucks for the Ember. It uses the Brewmaster sounds.
Huh.
Yep.
That's really annoying.
Way to go, Valve. What? You don't like it? I love it.
It's really annoying. It's very cool.
Man, shout out to my boy Brewmaster, by the way. Haven't seen that hero whole tournament. I don't even think I've seen him banned.
No.
It's a darn shame.
Arrow comes through. Monet already bloodlusted, but taking a beating on this anti-mage. The lack of regen in this lane is potentially going to be problematic.
Man, this matchup mid to though, like this whole idea of the Ember and the TA is one of those ones that's like so argued about throughout this entire year.
Right.
I guess at this point I would assume it's Ember favored because back when it was like still being argued a lot was when she even had the denies.
Yeah.
So I would think that this would be going pretty well into Ember's favor, especially because he always had the advantage of the burning through the refraction stuff. Look at that damage from Sumail, just refreshing the damage instantly.
Oh, gotta be careful.
Yeah, Setsu's doing the dance.
That was scary. And as we can see, already Sumail off to a bit of a tough start. 14-3 on the Ember versus the 7-1. And well, the other thing we've got to kind of keep our eyes on in this bottom lane is Crit is going to get the leap away. Monet, Burrow Strike comes through. Arrow's also going to connect. Not bad, but also not good enough. Afu, after laying down the earlier sentry, we'll see if S4 is going to be able to snipe his away.
He's out of regen, though.
Yeah.
That's not good. Because now the Caustic's coming out. And, like, what do you do?
Yeah, they still have a couple more seconds. He's got one on the courier. He's got a salve as well as tangos, but he went towards mid first.
I see.
Yeah, it's about to be flying as well, so should
Making
be
its
coming
way. Just crawling. Little dog with a hot dog stick there.
Sumail going on to Setsu, looking for that ooh, first blood. Not quite there, though.
Wait, forced out the fairy. Just saying, look, you're using it this time.
That's all right.
Guaranteeing it.
So not a whole lot of action early on here. And after kind of a bit of a rough start, Sumail is now like he's sort of dominating this lane. At least in terms of pressuring back Setsu. But as soon as Setsu starts to push forward, burn off those refraction charges, it tilts back the other direction.
Yeah, part of the reason why like we have no kills is because on the side lanes you've got an AM who always has the blink to rely on, and then you've got the gyro who went his boots first. And hard to catch up as Tide and Witch Doctor there when you guys don't have your boots yet. As we all know, Gyrocopter is a pretty fast hero, rocking 367 once he's the boots going. And not a great kill hero this early on the Mirana either. Gonna try and secure the 4-minute rune here. Afu is moving in there too, so he's actually gonna die on the Ogre. Oh, maybe 1A can try and turn this around here. Just starts burning the mana, so they might not have the follow-up arrow.
The move, the arrow connects, but afterwards a blink is a potential.
Man, way to go, Monet. I thought he was just dead. I thought he was gonna abandon him, and but him coming through and burning that mana stopped all the follow-up spells there from S4.
Yeah.
Ooh, they do have the bottle bot from Crit though, so now he can bottle up S4 and then take that Arcane Rune. Because Sumail's not gonna be purchasing one.
So Crit picks that one up.
That's a big edge in this lane, because AM just got all that regen, but now they're fully back up on the mana too. And we don't have a sentry here under the tower. Ogre's actually running all the way home.
This is very annoying to deal with. And now the arrow not going to connect, but with the Arcane Rune working, you can just keep him chill. Why are you hating?
Because I have flashbacks. Every pub I've ever played with a position 4 Moronic, that's exactly what they do. I'm coming. And they just chuck this arrow that misses and goes, oh. And then they just go arrow neutrals because you get mad at them. And they're like, well, fine.
Maybe you shouldn't be toxic to your team. What do you think about that trend?
And toxic in the draft. In position 4 Moronic. And TI starts. As long as she doesn't win the Arcana vote, obviously, you know, that would have been the real disaster. Just wait for the Wind Ranger pickers. You think this was bad?
EG, they pick up 3 runes, 2 of which are going to be bottled by that Mirana. Actually, no, excuse me. She didn't. She's saving the Arcane runes. A little bit of a difference. But Arteezy, so far so good in this lane in terms of staying alive, but the CS is a little bit of a different story. Slightly, ever so slightly behind the Tidehunter. It's not anything to write home about. Everybody's kind of getting their farm so far.
Yeah. Really, it's just the mid laners are the same. Not a lot to follow the Mavic though, so he's completely fine.
He's running around.
They have no spells, so Fly's trying to abuse this here and get that extra damage. But yeah, back in the mid lane there, Sumail.
Setsu, Fairy Fire, it's available.
Oh, there it is. We finally find that first blood.
Takes it down. Arteezy's second one as Lanham is going to drop. EG making the kills happen up top.
Really well done by Fly. Just, again, recognizing like, okay, they pop Cask, they pop the Gush, they didn't successfully get my Gyrocopter, I'm just going to start running at them. Start stapling their faces.
And after getting brought down low, Sumail picks up a regen up top and is suddenly back up to full. So comes into the lane and now can push back Setsu another time.
Here comes support Mirana with the arrow. Arcane Rune can't miss. He is, however, under a ward and dewards it. Ha 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 ha.
You're so angry.
Oh, now TP's bottom.
S4.
Oh, but it's too late because you're a support Mirana. Back on top. Oh, he's at the Rattler this game. He doesn't have the briefcase or the stapler. So Fly, wah, cried the baby. Give him his
Fly
rattle.
by.
Oh.
Taking it. Gets the kill. Killing spree for Arteezy. He's got all 3 of them so far on his team. That's a nice way to start for the Gyrocopter.
But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And you're still a squishy gyro, so it has to be very careful not to give away that nice 400 XP bounty. Easy levels if he goes down.
Lanham with the classic miss on the Maledict.
It really is. All the Witch Doctor players know that life.
Yep.
You're like, I don't want to cask first. I have to go for the Maledict so that I get the cask damage on the Maledict. Then you miss your Maledict. You're like,
Unfortunate.
next time you throw the cask first.
Mirana was spotted out there on the Observer ward, so missed an arrow onto Afu. Might have been able to tell that there was a ward there based upon the movement of the Ogre. But S4 now. Dodge the way away. Aldec's out. S4 is in trouble. That extra little bit of damage. Meanwhile, they're diving top and killing off Flyby. Again, S4 I think is just dead here. So Lanham finds that kill, and EG...
Offlaners unite
They're all
in the
down.
grave.
But yeah, 1,000 gold lead. Not as significant of a lead as EG had in the last game.
Well, hopefully they don't lose this. But ha ha. Support Mirana strikes again.
Put him to bed.
Yeah.
And now take the tower down. Teasy throws out the missile. And tier 1 tower in the Sumail. Just going to keep on holding on to this mid lane. 53 last hits. Still basically even with Setsu.
Oh, it's kind of scary though, because Sumail's got the damage, right? So if he hits this arrow,
Right.
you do die.
Oh my god. Yeah, but Again, the good ward placed down means that Crit not going to find an easy opening onto any of these heroes. And Afu just sort of walks over to the side and puts himself in a position to defend the Ember if things get a little bit too testy.
Yeah, since you can just play like mostly greedy. Where? Oh, he did have run in it. Okay, I can see it. There we go.
See S4 just squaring off against Afu, who's off to the side. S4 knows that he's there. He walked under the ward, but they won't get anything.
So even in terms of assets, but in terms of the net worth, he had to spend a bit more there on the Ember. So TA a little bit of an edge, about 500 gold or so. Ember doing a few more neutrals too, I think. So not quite as high bounty per last hit.
They do have a couple of stacks over on the Ancients for each. Afu gonna be found. And Monet walks forward into the stomp, and now in some trouble. They have the sleep. Can they find that kill into Monet?
Dude, they just instantly turn on that.
And Afu's dead too.
Where's the fly tip? Excuse me? I thought you were a toxic gamer now, Fly.
He's got to go get the kill onto Afu first. Arteezy, mega kill streak.
5-0 and 1 at 10 minutes. It's going to give him both those bottom bounties.
This guy is a monster.
He truly is in this one. And, of course, the bottle there as well for Crit. Oh, feels so good.
I think what's
Bottom's
weird
just
about
like,
this
well,
is,
they're
like,
getting bounties. I'm going to try and get the runes.
I don't know, RNG's laning stage has not looked particularly amazing, but they're still like sort of have been able to stay in it. But this is the same type of situation that we saw last game, where it was like they just kind of lost the lanes and didn't know what to do in the early team fights. But EG gonna take full advantage and take down the second tier 1 tower now bottom.
No real available response here. Like, let's say you like burn Ravage or something. Okay, he's coming down. I don't think he's mana though, does he? Oh, he buffs his wand. So he's got Ravage mana. And they have three
Miss
spirits.
on the chains. And S4 just walks away. Unlucky.
Unlucky or unskilled? Well,
Unlucky.
is that a luck thing?
When I play, it's a luck thing.
Bit of a whip there. But they didn't have detection anyway, so I don't think he was going to die.
I mean, I count it lucky if I don't hit chains before Remnant Slate.
The old echo blink problem.
Exactly.
That's the worst.
So Ember does pick up the Veil. 3 stack on the Ancients for EG. A 3,000 gold lead as well, as Sumail wants to clear through this and get into the first item, going straight Deso. Seems like the way to be.
Flyby camping the dead lane. Oh, here we go. Okay, the missile's coming. Here comes the arrow.
This impending sense of doom. You know what's coming. Ooh.
A little too late.
Oh, not quite there.
I don't think they would have dove. Oh, there we go. The wraparound.
Now they might need to be careful about the dive going the other direction. Is Arteezy going to give up a big old streak? Who takes it? It's Setsu. Only 400 gold actually, because he shares it with some others.
So that's going to be a lot of XP.
Yeah, that's nice.
Almost level 10 now on that Ember. Of course, Sumail has been farming all across the map, constantly keeping this mid lane pushed in, farming his neutrals. Yeah.
They found him, and they have the ward already down, so Maledicted and looking like the second core for EG. Gonna go down in about a minute.
You have to head towards those Ancients pretty soon. At this point, he might just wait for the Deso because of how much faster it's going to be, but we'll see. No, he's going to go do the another Shrine. Okay. Thought maybe S4 was coming to join up for that, but no time because it's 20 seconds before Sumail's going to be returning.
Again, the setup for this arrow is not really there as much in this game. Normally you'd be looking for like the Blink Burrow, and actually they can't get it here. This is big. Epi looking for the opening. Setsu,
Nice.
stomp, catch the catch, and get the kill.
That is the ideal situation with your Blink Dagger. I guess the AM maybe is a little better because you're still trying to slow down that Battle Fury, but you'll certainly take the kill on the Ember Spirit.
Monet just going to be bloodlusted. Still about 1,500 or so, 1,800 or so gold away from getting that Battle Fury. But in the meantime, EG starting to put RNG in a little bit of a chokehold here as they take down the last of the Tier 1 towers.
They're able to trade top, though. I don't think anyone's going to be back in time for him, EG. However, they want a bit more in this mid lane. They're not quite done here.
But yeah, Monet is the main winner
This
in
is a bold attempt
Oh
here.
my god, Setsu, he's gone. Again, He just came back.
There's the power of the Marana.
Oh, and
there's Fly. All right, here he is. I was wondering what happened here.
I mean, it's got to feel good for EG. They've had a rough couple of days, but now to sort of put one win on their back and now feeling really good going into this game number 2.
Yep.
I can understand the tips.
Yeah, Fly had to fire up his team, man.
Yeah.
And now Sumail, you saw him just pick up the Deso. He cleared out the stack of Ancients and perfectly in time for the next one to spawn, get some Prowlers. They die so fast when you have this Deso. And suddenly he's at 8K gold, 2K ahead of his own Gyrocopter, who's the next highest.
Very impressive showing. TP away for Gyro as he heads up towards the top side. But the other thing that you can sort of count on for RNG is that there is still this team fight potential that they've got for themselves. The Tidehunter now, level 9, has Ravage back up again, and as we saw a second ago there as well, Monet starting to try and farm towards that Battle Fury and about 1,000 gold away from it. Can RNG make the space for their anti-mage to get online?
Not going to be easy,
No.
especially when they're just like moonlight shadowing into your territory once again. And they see the tier 2 that they want. What's that? What is that? It's the... Oh, just the hammer. Okay, very easy. Interesting. Well, it was 88 and 12 last time, around 15 minutes, I believe.
That's true.
67 and 33 this time.
Improvement.
Yes, that is true. And it was about the same numbers, about a 7K last match.
I really like that ward that's right in front of the Roche pit by RNG. It's like they know that eventually they're going to head over that direction. But they do find, up here on the top, RTZ in some trouble away from the rest of his team, but the Burrow Strike trying to interrupt, not happening. Now S4 is the one who's maybe going to go down as he takes about half of his HP pool. And EG losing their carry again.
Witch Doctor is their best burst damage at the moment.
Yeah.
They really need that Death Ward to try and make these plays. Typically he's picked for like the lane support situation, but in this 4 role, it was a little bit of the lane thing, but they just straight up needed some damage.
Burrow Strike there on the flyby, still hanging on to the Ravage. They have to keep a hold of that though, otherwise it's basically a free Roche. As S4, arrow comes out, connects onto 1. Can they make this work though? Actually already dropping super low, Mirana's dead. EG lose the crit, and hell, maybe gonna lose another. Sumail also in trouble, the Ravage comes out, Setsu in the midst of all of them. Can they kill it off? Flyby is gonna be brought down, it looks like, and in the end, RNG have gone a bit too far. Setsu gets caught. As the rest of EG shows up, they take down that Ember.
That looked like it was going to be good because the Maledicts was still going on S4, so his blink was so delayed because it was being just like tapped constantly by the Maledict. But just as it was running out, he timed it so that like he started the epi wall, he was still like waiting for it to happen, like, and it was like perfectly in sync.
Yeah.
Come back through and get all that damage out there too in tandem with Sumail by keeping him up and alive. So yes, they got the quick kill on the Mirana, but not enough to. I mean, he ravaged, he only did 300 damage.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's really not good. Yeah, now, I mean, again, you've got the Battle Fury done for Monet. You know that this is the way they need to sort of play it out, is buy space for him to come online, but it's feeling like it might not be quick enough. An arrow! Ooh.
So crit's going Greaves.
Okay.
I haven't seen that many position former on the games, but this is at least new for me in terms of the build. I like it though.
And now it feels pretty hard to take this fight without Ravage.
Do they have an urn builder? I
For
remember I asked EG about this once because I was like, man, you guys like never build an urn. Like compared to other teams,
who? Yeah.
it feels like a lot of teams will like make an urn happen, whereas they're just kind of like, if it's not an urn hero, I'm just not picking up an urn.
Right.
That sounds like crazy. Am I crazy? No, I don't see one.
No urns.
No urns.
They're going to have to earn it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Thanks.
No problem, man.
Yeah, that was
Always
great.
here for you.
Radiant's bottom tower.
S4 is going back for the Veil too. Witch Doctor, Spirit Vessel, almost online. But with that Burrow Strike opening on the Oppo,
Where's my Mirana?
chase forward. Okay, apparently they're just going to find the kill. So Sand King dead, and Arteezy wanting to make it happen. Rest of RNG not going to be able to get out of here in time. So a double kill for Arteezy. Feels like they'll take that.
Yeah, that was completely fine. They
Yeah.
wanted the arrow follow-up, I think. Or at least S4 wanted someone to follow up. But as long as they get Setsu, this is completely okay by them. And well, all right, a little bit of deja vu happening here. Last time it was like 22 minutes. Then we get a pre-20-minute attempt on a tier 3. This one looking a lot better than the last game. Ravage back in 2 seconds, but Tide, he's just running. Seeing how far he can waddle.
Yeah, there's not really a great way to come in and fight this as Monet. He has his Yasha at this stage, but that's not nearly enough. So Sumail's sticking around. The arrow, it's going to connect.
Oh, we got big upgrades on this courier.
Oh, this is dangerous,
That's
though.
a gyro
Sumail
BKB.
getting low, low, low. Is he going to go down? They ran into losing Aegis. No, they break it. And Sumail turns around the BKB before Aegis actually recognizing they had this opportunity to take the fight. TP coming back in a second from Flyby if he wanted to, but it's really hard to get behind.
Man, giant courier. The double BKB courier. That was pretty crazy. Makes the long journey across the map, and they will hold. They'll lose their tier 3, but because he popped that BKB before the Aegis, he doesn't want to get ravaged right after the buyback. So easy shrine for now, not the more valuable shrine, but they're gonna Moonlight Shadow right back in.
They don't have Sumail with the rest of the team.
Yeah, and so that means he's showing on the wave though. Was he showing? I think he might have been showing during Moonlight.
Yeah.
Which means they're just trying to scare them back into their base essentially.
Right, so he heads off to the north, trying to find this anti-mage, who is continuing to farm away. They knew he's going to be over by the bounty runes. Oh no, and he goes right into all of them. They're going to wait for the counter spell to wear off. Burrow Strike comes through. And that guy is done.
All right, Fly. Show me your news. Oh, I thought that was it. He's just buying a smoke. He's showing some mercy here.
So a minute and a half left before this Aegis is going to be reclaimed. What more can you get with it for EG? They're looking for Setsu.
I mean, they have a blink on TA. They're definitely good to go.
Yeah.
I think they can do this. Just needs to hurry his little booty over to that mid lane. At least guarantee this tier 2.
I think
with
they're going
ease.
the Rax bottom.
A little bit of both, perhaps. The catapult's still hitting the wave, or the tower mid. S4's hanging around near it. Now that wave died instantly. Jeez.
So a minute left. They need to be a little bit careful as Anti-Mage is back up and Ravage is there as well for RNG. Move over. Afu does have Fire Blast. Ooh.
Oopsie. Big lag.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, he blinked first, so it's fine.
Yeah. I'm with you. Picking up what you're putting down. Tidehunter, no avenue of initiation for him. So we do see just the massive amount of physical damage that's coming out. Big one is for the gyrocopter magical damage.
Same thing with S4 too, man.
Yeah. But yeah, 21 minutes in, and EG with a pretty dominant spree. It also feels like they just have, you know, more of these team fight items and things to keep them alive through pretty limited damage on RNG. Like it basically has to be Setsu going off in the duration of a Ravage.
And they don't have a great bomb to hit with the Mana Void either.
No.
Which they need to find something. But they have the Veil to like amp all of this magic damage, but they certainly have quite a bit of.
It's either the Gyro or the Mana that are the best ones to hit with Mana Void. Taking away a lot of the damage. Good Ghost Scepter and Tidehunter, keeping them alive for the moment. They have to buy back now on the Ogre as Sumail going to get stunned a few more times. Somehow that bounced to him a third time. Rooted, Barracks going down. Ogre still hanging on to it now. They don't have a glyph, so this is going to be a melee Barracks dead. They want to finish off Monet getting the tier 1 tower in that mid lane, getting towards a Manta. It's feeling like it's not going to quite happen in time to defend.
No, and he plays the super save, just gets back away from that tier 1 tower in the mid lane. So well played by EG, they get themselves the full set of racks, and now they will just patiently wait for the next Roche to try and keep building this lead. RNG clawed their way back from the last one. This game looks a lot harder to do so. They got some of the heroes. They got like this wobble combo and the Ravage. You of course have an Anti-Mage with his scaling abilities, but Gyro similar in that regard. Even the Templar Assassin these days with the traps on the side lanes is way better than she ever used to be versus the Anti-Mage. Because when he tries to like cut waves like that, you can kind of counter it with some of your traps.
Yeah, it's so annoying to push against the TA. And I love these little traps that are like in random hard camps, right? Because it gives you that moment of information of just
Yep.
where is that anti-mage.
It's really good for the Sand King, too.
Yeah.
Just he's the one who wants to follow up on those.
You can see Monet farming out the EG side of the map.
Safest place to be, far away from EG.
That's true.
Because they're taking your structures right now.
Arteezy keeping the pressure on. Top lane, BKB currently in hand, going next towards the Aghanim Scepter, it looks like.
Almost feels a little unnecessary in this game.
Alright, Monet has Manta. Is this enough? Where he can start to like show up to fights at all, or
Yeah, he has to show up to the next fight. There's no point just losing the game. Might as well at least try something with the AM.
no point losing the game?
Yep.
Trent packs.
Yeah, put it on a poster. It's really good.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, you can see Setsu up top. Gets scouted out by Arteezy. Gonna have a missile head his direction. There's gonna be a quick jump out. And Monet in the meantime cutting the waves back behind the tower and looking to try and take that tier 1. But in the meantime, EG able to take the mid tier 2 tower, and the chokehold continuing as EG have taken down the shrines and looking to try and take complete control over this one.
I'm not even sure what item makes this feel better for RNG. They already got the Manta. Feels like he needs Butterfly and Basher.
Yeah.
And Setsu's scaling has just looked pretty rough here. He's trying to get himself into a Maelstrom next to go with his Veil, so stacking up all that damage, but you've got the BKB on the T8, Gyro, 10 seconds on the Gyro even still sitting there after all this time. Might even wind up on a fly sooner or later.
Jump forward, Afu. I mean, he didn't just stand a chance at all.
No.
It's real bad. Lanham maybe trying to set up for a fight here. No. He realizes that as soon as there's multiple heroes in the area, you have to back out.
Alright, well, EG continuing again, just forcing them back to the high ground. Super safe Dota, and it's going to be a... That was like 3 minutes. That was maximum rush. Thanks, Gabe.
No problem.
I see how it is. Oh, sorry, Gabe Big N.
Yeah.
Gabe N.
Yeah, my name doesn't have an N in it.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Monet? We're by S4. S4 is taking cleave damage, and they're sitting on the trap. They jump forward. The Burrow Strike turned against S4. Miss on the Maledict, but hits on the dust. Setsu dodges the arrow. RNG
Whole lot happening there. Let's get out of here.
There's a 4,000 disparity, or 4,000 gold disparity right now between the bounty runes.
I thought you were going to say between the TA and the animates, because there's also that.
Yeah, that's true. You ain't lying. TA, Deso done, and I think this is a Daedalus coming up.
Yes, it is. Complete. As well as the Yules for S4.
That also means no buyback. I don't know if it really matters
Yeah, no,
though.
you don't need buyback on any of these heroes.
Like EG is so far ahead at this point that like every fight that's going to be taken is going to be on the
I mean,
RNG
if you lose
side
a
of the
fight,
map.
what are you buying back for?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing. Rating the Roach Pit, just wondering, is this Roach up right now, or is that what they're doing?
They need to get out of the base. They need to. I mean, it's just so hard, right? Like everywhere you move, they need to go as 5. And right now they're underneath a ward. They're trying to take these ones out. Arteezy moves in closer to position. The arrow, long range. Oh, Arteezy's there. Stunned for the moment. Still holding on to that BKB. Not deciding to pop it as of yet. And Setsu's just going to retreat as well. It's more time being bought for this anti-mage. But the root now onto that Sand King. They dodge away from the arrow. And RNG is holding on. It's not great, but, you know, it is what it is.
They're not feeding.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty much all you can really credit and kind of hope for at this point, frankly.
So if you're Monet in this game, what's your goal in the fights? Like, do you try and show up at the last second? Do you wait for, like, your team to be buying back? It feels like they're just trying to delay as long as possible.
Well, ideally, he just has to watch out for S4. That's the big target for him in these engagements. It's just like not getting Burrow Striked and then chain stunned down. So he either needs to target S4 or have vision on him so that he can get the counterspell off.
Okay.
Ideally, he wants to just kill Fly, because Fly's like pretty easy to kill and has a big impact in the engagements because his aura is just constantly going. But That's what S4 is all about. He'll just be guarding Fly, making sure he can cast his spells or create essentially initiation situation.
Okay.
Right, they have the sleep. They're not going to go for the arrow.
You had mentioned the need to finish off both Butterfly and Basher for AM, and it definitely feels like that's what's needed as Roche is about
So
to respawn.
far away.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting close to having the Eagle Song at the very least. Also, talents, not the worst thing in the world, like the Blink cooldown, or honestly, the Uncontrollable Illusion. Both are good depending upon what you need.
Yeah, I'll probably do the cooldown. I haven't seen the illusion one in a while.
Yeah.
Look how fast that roast died. Holy. Like just started it.
Just cheese. Good to go. Sumail ready to walk down a lane now. This Evil Genius has 15,000 gold lead.
At just like 30 minutes or so. Not even. Buys a medallion after the roast on Fly. Just helping out the team. Wants to get a solar crest eventually.
Yeah.
Tier 1 tower down. Monet. Split. Pushing.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Alright, hold the high ground, team. I'll be back eventually.
Got things to do.
Yep. Gonna try and win us a Dota game.
He does have the Eagle Song done and is close to finishing off the talisman. He's actually pretty close to a Butterfly. But Sumail is coming right now. Fast and furious. The sleep there onto 2. Another nice little hit there. Sumail gets caught by the Maledict. Setsu already dead. Means he might need to buy back in this one.
I would certainly think so. I guess try to bait them in first. There it is.
Comes out. They've got him caught. Afu in trouble. Fly by Ghost Scepter, keeping him alive. They need to kite out this BKB, but it's not going to happen. And after having bought that blink, that means there is no Tidehunter in the next fight, but they did manage to find the 1 kill. Triple buyback still. No Tidehunter, no Ravage available.
Bit of a flubble now. There is the Butterfly.
Right.
Alright, team. I'm here. I'm ready to engage.
See if they can do it.
Guys, where'd our buildings go?
Monet moving over and inside. Can jump if he wants to, but it's not
busted
easy.
too.
God. Oh, it's just too tough. It's really, really hard without Ravage.
I mean, Sumail has his cheese because he already bought his BKBs. RTZ, I think, handed it back over.
Yeah, Monet's just back to farming again.
I mean, he gets so far.
Oh, God.
That's more. Yeah. He did not blink for the rune this time.
Learned my lesson. So no buybacks available for RNG now, but they will smoke up, see if they can possibly bait out Monet, land him an Afu in the area. Well, counter spell, but he's just leaving. His team is gone. And Monet lift up Yule Scepter, gotta run away. Afu's dead too. They have no buyback.
Monet.
All right, finds crit. Not gonna work though. The illusions get worn out. Have they found him? Setsu looks like he should be okay as well. Has the Maelstrom done? God, this is such a sad game for RNG. It is so tough to do anything at all. The DD is there on Sumail, but the tier 3 tower is going to drop. You can see, yeah, a lot of creeps hit for Monet, but not a whole lot of
5,000 hero gold for RTZ though. That's pretty good with 11, 2, and 10.
Yeah, that's fair. So this is going to be...
Oh, that's XP. That makes way more
Barracks
sense.
going down, EG. They hit the chains onto the catapult. Not what they're hoping for, I don't think. As this is the last set of racks that's going to go down. Mega Creeped. And, well, Burrow Strike there. Not quite going to connect, but they have Mega Creeps. They back away. EG, fine. Ravage doesn't connect onto anybody. Oh, it feels real bad. Trent, it feels real bad. And they're going to find the kill onto Setsu, 70 seconds, GG. Ugh, man, EG played well.
That was a slow burn.
Yeah.
That game was over a very long time ago. But of course, it's TI. You're going to play it out. We're not going to blame him for that. You're going to try every single avenue that you can to come back because it almost worked last game when they were down to a almost worse situation at 15 minutes. But some better heroes in terms of comebacks, and that one with a Faceless Void and his Chrono. Ravage is good and all, but there wasn't really that accompanying follow-up stun or damage, really, from the Ember Spirit or the Anti-Mage in this one.
Well, and you look at it, and again,